Hello, today I will start with your course on theory of machines, and the first topic that I will discuss today is the basic concept of mechanisms and machines. I will discuss about the definitions of mechanisms, machines and their functions respectively. So let us start with a slider crank mechanism as is shown in the figure. So there is a fixed point as you have seen in number 1, as is marked by number 1, which is connected by a link, fixed link, which is again being connected by a link numbered as 3. The third link is being again connected to a slider which is constant to move in a straight direction. So this is the fixed link number 1, and the second link, as you see, this is from here to here. Okay, this is the second link. So this is link number 2, that is being shown as by OA, and this is link number 3, and the slider which is attached separately, this is named as link number 4. So we have 4 links being connected to each other as is shown in the figure. So now if we give a certain amount of motion, say rotary motion, to link OA, this motion will in turn causes motion in rest of the elements. So now if we rotate link OA, then the other link 3 will come forward, and as we can see in the dotted lines, the slider will also move forward rightwards, and it will have a new position as shown by the dotted lines. Okay, so rotation of one element will in turn causing change of position of the other elements in the system. So mechanism can be defined as written here. Mechanism can be defined as a combination of different elements, usually rigid, assembled in such a way that motion of one element causes constant and predictable motion of the remaining elements. This is rigid because of the links that we have used in the system are all rigid. So when we apply a certain amount of input to one element, here this is given to link OA, it will have a constant and predictable motion of the other elements. So when we give an input to link OA, the slider is constrained, the link 4, the slider is constrained to move in one direction, that is the horizontal direction. It cannot move in any other direction. So this is a constrained motion. Now predictable means that when we give an input to the link 2, it will transmit the rotatory motion of the link 2 to the horizontal motion of the link 4. So this is a predictable motion from rotatory motion of link 2 to the horizontal motion of link 4. Now what is the function of a mechanism? The function of mechanism is to transmit and modify the motion, or both. In the case of this slider crank mechanism, actually it does both transmit and transmit and modify the motion of link 2 to link 4, from the rotary motion of link 2 to the horizontal motion of link 4. Now mechanism does not deal with generation or conversion of work. It does not have any relation with work. It does not deal with forces. It is only study of motion. So it does not matter whether the arrangement which is shown in the figure is made of metal, wood or any other material, because we are not talking about their forces and their shape. We are only talking about the motion. Now we will discuss about machine. We have drawn a figure. It is similar to that I have drawn in the previous page. It is similar to the previous diagram. Here we have a crank. The crank is connected to the connecting rod, and the connecting rod in turn is being connected to the piston, and the piston is moving inside a cylinder. Now here, if we rotate the crank, then obviously the piston will reciprocate in the forward direction. Now if this is a reciprocating engine, then certain amount of fuel air mixture will come through this input, and then it will be combusted and the exhaust gases will move out through this output valve. Now why we do not call this as a mechanism? Because this arrangement is a mechanism as is shown in the figure, but in order to operate this output, these valves, we need a separate arrangement. So this is actually a combination of mechanisms. Now a machine can be a mechanism or a combination of mechanisms. So the definition of machine is, it is a combination of single mechanisms such that it converts the given input energy into desired work. Now for an engine, we supply fuel. That fuel is combusted, it is burned, and it is being converted into useful work. So a machine functions to convert one form of energy into desired work. So I am repeating once more. So a machine is a combination of single mechanisms. It may be a mechanism or a number of mechanisms, such that it converts the input energy into work. So this is all about machine. Hope I have made you understand about the difference between a mechanism and machine. Thank you. Okay, now I will discuss briefly about link. Okay, as you know that link is the basic building block of a mechanism. Okay, now the link, two links are connected by means of a pair. Okay, so the link is the basic element or the basic building block of any mechanism. Now two links are joined together to form a pair, and a number of pairs together form a chain, and in turn the chains form a mechanism, and as you all know that a combination of mechanism forms a machine. Now what is a link? The definition of link is as given here, that link is a basic part of a mechanism which have relative motion corresponding to other machine parts. Okay, so now here the most important word is relative motion. As you all know, relative motion what is relative motion? Relative motion is when one part, that means, now relative motion means that when one part of the mechanism, can move with respect to another part. That part is known as link. And this is the most basic part of any mechanism. So link is a basic part which can move with respect to some another part. Okay. Now I will show by an example. As you can see here, it is given a slider crank mechanism. Here the link 1 that is shown in the figure, it is actually fixed to the ground. Now this part, that is OA, it is shown by 2. This is known as the crank. This crank can move with relative to this fixed link. Okay. Now as the link OA can move with respect to link 1, so these two links OA and OA, that is represented by 2, and 1 are separate links because they can move with respect to one another. Okay. Now this link 2, it is in turn connected to this link represented by AB, which is numbered as 3. This is the connecting rod. Now this link 3 can move with respect to this link 2. Now this link 2 and 3, they have a relative motion, that is the rotary motion in between them. So these two links are separate links. 2 and 3 are separate links. Now this link 3 is connected to the slider which is named as number 4, which moves inside the piston in an horizontal direction. So these two are again two different links. Now link 3 is connected to link 4 by means of a pin, and link 3 can rotate about link 4. So these two links have relative motion between them, as we have said that, so it can be stated as two different links. Now this link 4 is again being connected to link 1, which is fixed. Now what is fixed link? Now fixed link can be the link that is either fixed with respect to the ground or the earth, or it can move the whole machinery. For example, in a lathe machine, the frame of the lathe machine is fixed with respect to the ground. Okay. But in case of an automobile or say a car, we also have a frame, but that is not fixed with respect to the ground. Now in case of that automobile, if the fixed link or the frame which moves with respect to the moves, then it moves the entire machinery with it. So fixed does not mean always that it will be fixed with respect to the ground or earth. But now if a link is being fixed with respect to the ground, then all the points which are fixed will be treated as a single link. Okay. Now links can be broadly classified into 3 types, as is given here. Number 1 is rigid link, number 2 is flexible link, and the other is fluid link. Okay, we will briefly discuss about rigid links. Now what is a rigid link? A rigid link is one which does not undergo any deformation while transmitting motion. Okay, but actually speaking, rigid links does not exist. Okay, ideally rigid links does not exist. However, in an engine, the deformation of various parts like connecting rod, crank, etc., which are not appreciable, they can be treated as rigid links. Now, rigid links are of 4 types, as you can see: singular link, binary link, ternary link, and the 4th one is quaternary link. Now we will briefly discuss about this. Now, what is a singular link? A singular link, that means the link which can be connected to another link. Now, a singular link has a one element, and through this one we can connect it to another link. Now, in case of a binary link, we can connect other 2 links to this link. Okay. Now, third, there is the ternary link. In the ternary link, as you can see, there are 3 elements, and with these 3 elements we can connect 3 other links to this single ternary link. Okay, you have 3 elements. We have 3 elements, as you can see, and with these 3 elements we can connect to 3 other links. Now, fourthly, there is the quaternary link. In a quaternary link, as you can see, there are 4 elements, and with these 4 elements we can connect to 4 other links. It has 4 working surfaces, so we can connect to 4 other links with the help of a single quaternary link. Okay, secondly, we will come to another type of link, which is known as the flexible link. Now, what is a flexible link? As written here, a flexible link is one which is partly deformed in a manner not to affect the transmission of motion. Okay. So the flexible link is one which is partly deformed in a manner not to affect the transmission of motion. The example of such type of links are the belt drives, ropes, okay, then chain drives, etc. So these are the examples of flexible link. Okay, thirdly, another type of link which is known as the fluid link. Now, what is a fluid link? A fluid link is one which is formed by having a fluid in a receptacle and the motion is transmitted through the fluid by pressure or compression. Okay, so the force is transmitted by means of the fluid itself. Okay, example of such type of links are examples hydraulic press, jacks, etc. Okay, so another thing which I have missed is that what are the conditions to be fulfilled for a link. Okay, now the first condition, as you were seeing, that a link or an element need not be a rigid body. Okay, as you have seen in the case of an automobile, which I have explained earlier, that it need not be a rigid body. And the second point is that it must be a resistant body. Now, what is a resistant body? A resistant body it is capable of transmitting the required forces with negligible deformation. Okay. With this, I have completed the portion on mechanisms, on the first lecture on mechanisms, machines, and what is link. I hope you will be able to answer these questions.